And we're live! Welcome to Startup TNT Summit Finale 13!
Woo! I need to hear you scream. This is exciting. This is a pitch night. This is 8 weeks of super hard work. That was nowhere close to loud enough. Let me hear you scream! Woo! Yeah!
I'm Zach Storms. This is our new hype man, Andy Friedman.
Nice to meet you. Thank you, Zach. I can't believe you put a microphone in my hand again. We'll see how this goes.
Andy, why did you sign up to do this today? What's going on here?
Well, Zach, I just love Startup TNT. If I'm being honest with everybody here, Startup TNT has been one of the best things I've experienced since coming to Edmonton. I'm still a new Edmontonian, and Startup TNT has connected me with so many amazing friends, community leaders, business people, and just awesome guys to go have a beer with. I love Startup TNT. It's my second time investing, and I wouldn't rather be anywhere else in the world.
Well, thank you, Andy. I feel the same way. This is why we've been doing this for 7 years. Okay, I do like to remind people throughout the night, this is not just some sort of pitch showcase. This is 8 weeks of diligence culminating tonight with live investment decisions. This is how we angel invest in Edmonton. This is how people all over Canada are now angel investing because we started this here in Edmonton. Now, to start this properly, we're going to do a land acknowledgement, which I will read officially.
You didn't memorize it?
No, I did not memorize it. Hold on. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who have walked on this land before us. We aim to create a safe space for all Indigenous communities at TNT. Tonight, we honor their mission to gather the community and share stories. We acknowledge that this land is the traditional territory of the people of Treaty 6 and Treaty 7.
Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome, Andy. Now, let's talk about sharing stories. We've been doing this for 7 years, 364 weeks of Thursday night tradition, where we get together. Yeah, let's hear it.
Come on.
Have fun, make friends, build companies.
The liquor's free. You got to be way louder.
Invest in startups together. Now, often I tell the story of how Tim and I met, because we met at Startup TNT, and we became co-founders together. But I thought we should share the story of how Andy and I met.
I love it.
Yeah.
Over a quick glass of
wine.
wine.
I'm gonna see if the audience can get this question right first. Guess how we were dressed when we met. Who can guess? Not quite. What style of dress?
No,
we were wearing business suits.
Tuxedo. I was wearing a tuxedo.
Tuxedo. We were at the Chamber Ball. I was there to see if there was any business people that wanted to invest in startups. I ran into this guy named Andy.
Well, I have a quota for everybody who's an entrepreneur, 100 cards a month. So I was there slinging cards, shaking hands. I'm a new Edmontonian. I need you guys to know me. So I luckily found a guy wearing a suit and a baseball cap. And, you know, I felt right at home. I own a weed business, so this guy, me, we got along great. Heard about this amazing thing, Startup TNT. For $5,000 bucks, you can invest and believe in local startups. And that's the biggest part for me. You can invest in any business in the world, Tesla, whatever, but investing in startups is huge, and it is so hard when you're in that startup phase to raise money, and I just wanted to be part of that excitement. And, you know, $5,000 really isn't that much in the grand scheme of investing, and that's why I wanted to put my money in the hat and play the game with you guys, and it's been nothing but a great time.
All right, well, thank you. I want to double click on that. $5,000 has now led to $21 million raised.
Boom!
From people like Andy, people like the people in this room, 120 companies.
Yeah, clap. Yeah. That's a lot of money.
That's a big clap.
That's awesome.
We are the most active private investment firm in the entire country, according
Boom!
to the CVCA. And let's look at this Edmonton impact. 31 Edmonton companies have raised money. 175 Edmonton angels have invested. Nearly $5 million raised, and it's gonna go up tonight. So let's talk about how it works, because big picture, you commit $5,000, and then tonight we actually decide live after all the pitches are done, but there's been 8 weeks of intensive due diligence. Tell us what that's been like, Andy.
Very intense, you know, it's really cool. We actually get together every week, and outside of that meeting weekly on Fridays, we talk outside of this. We really, really care about these companies and what's going on. You've got 25 fantastic entrepreneurs that are also investors that have amazing thought paths, and they really care about these companies. We spent way too much time. I've spent more time thinking about other companies over the last 8 weeks than I've thought about my own. And don't tell that to my partner because he's sitting in the audience. We really care, we really scrutinize, and the biggest part of this is that data room, that data package. we spend so much time seeing what you put together and how much work you really put into it. It's amazing to see all of the effort, the work. It's really energizing for us on the other side of the table. So for $5,000 as an investor, I get to see all the other hard work that 50 companies that we start with put in and come down to this top 5, which is incredible. So we get to collaborate with amazing investors. You meet an amazing network of people, friends who become family, who become drinking partners, and then we decide who gets the check.
It's amazing. Now, I forgot, there's an important story I wanted to tell leading into the next slide, which is, it's a very TNT story. I was here practicing before, and someone was just walking around. They looked at the slide deck, and they said, Zach, I can do so much better than that. They just took the slide deck, spent an hour and a half, and rebranded it, and now they built this beautiful-looking design. So thank you. They want to remain anonymous. But let's give them a round of applause.
Beautiful.
They built this new partner slide. Because all the activity that we do, everything that we do, it requires time, it requires money, it requires great people. The sponsors that are here, let's hear a round of applause for them. They get super involved in our community.
Woo! We wouldn't have free booze without them. Woo!
Many of them are here tonight. Many of them actually join us as investors. Many of them will work directly with our founders. We can't build this without a proper community, and that's what these sponsors are. And actually, I was going to give Andy a chance because he actually is our most recent sponsor. He just volunteered at the last pitch night to become a sponsor. What would you like to say to the group?
Nothing about the company, honestly. Cannabis Tolling Solutions is awesome. We have our customers. I want to take this time to just shout out founders, past, present, future. Being an entrepreneur is really, really hard. And so I give you my heart when I tell you, keep going. It's what you do that drives economies, that drives ecosystems. I care about you, and I'm super proud of you. And without you trying, we don't have any of this. So shout out to the entrepreneurs. Give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah. We ask a lot of entrepreneurs, and they give a lot, and there's 5 of them here tonight, giving it their all. I want to hear really loud cheers from them when they're on stage. It's Fairly Staffing, High Finance, ICT Systems, RNA Revive. Yeah, let's get some more woos in there. T-Rex AI. This is the depth and breadth of our community, and I know that as a host, I'm supposed to say stuff like this, but this time it's actually quite different. There's so much interesting stuff happening in the community right now. I'm spending a lot of time at the ground level in the community in my new role at Edmonton Unlimited, and I'm super pumped about what entrepreneurs are building in Edmonton right now. So let's talk about what's going to happen tonight. There's 5 pitches. You get 5 minutes to pitch. Founders, I think I initially told you 4, but there's an extra bonus minute of 5.
Lucky you.
Then there's 2 minutes of questions. And then the angels are going to do a final deliberation. This is a real decision. They don't know who they're investing in. They have to decide tonight.
I still don't know, Zach.
Look at that. It's real. All right, and then what happens after? We go to an after party.
What's the Thursday night tradition?
That's the Thursday night tradition. It keeps going. This is a special edition of a happy hour that we do every single week. Tonight, we invest in founders.
Love it.
With that, I think it's time to let the pitches begin. I guess there is one important thing that we can do before the pitches start, which is to let everyone know that you can also be a hero and contribute to the bar tab with a very simple e-transfer to cheers@startuptnt.com.
It was almost in the new pitch deck. Cheers@startuptnt.com for the bar tab.
We'll remind you again. Okay, up first to pitch tonight, we have Amir from Fairly Staffing. Let's hear it for Amir.
Woo! Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for letting me present. So yeah, my name's Amir. I'm the CEO of Fairly Staffing. Staffing is the #1 issue facing dental clinics today. There's just not enough staff to work at all of the dental clinics that are out there. When I say staff, I mean registered dental hygienists and registered dental assistants, which together I'll call dental professionals. So how did we get here? 3 numbers tell the story. 10% gone. That's how many registered dental professionals left the industry for good during COVID. 33% going. Another third are expected to retire over the next 5 years. 1 to 1. In 2010, 3 dental professionals graduated for every 1 dentist. Now it's just 1. The outcome? 90% of dentists can't find staff to hire. This results in a massive and growing gap. Nearly 2 million shifts go unfilled every year in Canada, costing around $2 billion in lost productivity, and it's getting worse. At the clinic level, this problem isn't abstract. It's very painful and measurable. A missing hygienist costs clinics around $2 to $3K per day. At just 10 canceled days, in a year, that's 20K of revenue gone. At typical practice multiples, that's around 50K of value disappearing every year. If you multiply that across clinic groups that have multiple offices, this number just gets bigger and bigger really fast. But there's a third cost as well. So our research shows that it only takes 2 cancellations before a patient without personal ties to the clinic will start looking for another office. That's 30K of lifetime value walking out the door and not coming back. So canceled days don't just hurt today's schedule. The impact compounds into lost patients, lost revenue, and lost practice value. That's where Fairly comes in. So we make it really easy for dentists to fill shifts on demand. Clinics post shifts, temps apply, clinics hire the temp they want. Every single temp on our platform is verified, both their identity and their license, so clinics know that our temps are all legit. Our traction shows real demand. 600 clinics, 3,000 temps, over $2 million earned through our platform, and our new payroll features that we just released 5 months ago have moved nearly $1 million in payroll volume, and that's in 5 months. Our reliability on the platform is 99%. We're also actively negotiating with some of Canada's largest dental chains that represent over 1,000 clinics combined. One of the biggest differentiators we have is that we solve one of the biggest challenges, but one of the most hidden challenges in temping, and that's payroll. So here's the issue. The CRA says that these temps should be treated as employees and not contractors. That means that every single temp needs to be added onto payroll, even if they work one single day and never come back to the clinic again. So this creates a massive and time-consuming compliance headache for these clinics. Every other temp platform, and frankly, most clinics completely ignore this problem because payroll is really hard when it comes to temping. At Fairly, we solved it. So other temp platforms, they can find you people, they can find the clinic's staff, but they don't handle payroll. They leave clinics to fend for themselves, which typically means the clinic pays the temp as a contractor instead of an employee. Payroll providers, they obviously solved payroll, but they don't help clinics find staff, and even still, they don't really handle the flexible nature of temping. Nobody does both. We do. So here's how it works. A clinic can post a shift to our platform with payroll turned on. They hire a temp as usual, and then we do everything else. Comprehensive payroll, every compliance matter, all of the details handled with one single button click. That's hours of admin work and serious compliance risk gone. So Fairly Payroll is just one piece. Together with some of our other capabilities, we've evolved into something much bigger than a two-sided marketplace. We are a workforce operating system for skilled on-premise labor. So we're already crushing it in dental, and now we're going to win the category, which is easy, right? Then we're going to enhance the platform, building on the operating system that makes Fairly the backbone for managing skilled on-premise workers. Finally, we expand with discipline into pharmacy, other healthcare verticals, and even beyond that, because it's a massive opportunity and a lot of these exact same challenges exist in so many other industries. And Fairly is built to solve them at scale. Thank you.
Hold the microphone.
Oh yeah, questions.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I forgot.
You finished a few minutes fast. Actually, a few seconds fast. All right. To ask you questions, I'd like to invite Mitch on stage, one of our investors, and I would like to point out that Mitch was an entrepreneur himself, pitched on this stage in 2020, went on to build and sell a company called Prototype Hubs. Now he's investing with us. Good job, Mitch.
Thank you.
Ask
thank
away.
you. Mir, hey, congratulations on making this far. Great pitch. Couple questions for you. So you've seemed to prove out the model here in Edmonton and in Alberta. What do you think it's going to take to replicate this across the rest of Canada and potentially even globally?
Yeah, first of all, you're way taller in person than on the Zoom.
Fair.
And Andy too, you guys are both way taller than I was expecting. Yeah, it's gonna take money. I mean, the technology is really far along. We've embedded the payroll. We're solving a lot of technical problems. Now it's going to take a lot of marketing to recreate this in other provinces. We do have, I can't reveal the name, but we are working with one of Canada's largest dental chains. And one of the first areas they want to target, and we're going to collaborate with them on this, is in Ontario, in Ottawa specifically. So yeah, our plan is to tackle Ottawa next and Ontario beyond that. And yeah, we're going to put most of the funds we have right now, including if we win this, into marketing.
Cool. My last question was, once you've acquired a temp, as a two-sided kind of marketplace platform, how do you keep them engaged and coming back to the platform to fill out shifts so that it doesn't just seem like they're not getting shifts or that it's only a one-sided platform?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work on the platform. It's a seller's market right now. Clinics need so many people, so they come back because they make money reliably through us. We handle everything like payments, payroll. We have extra things like we've launched Fairly Cash, which is a financing program for temps. We launched Fairly Benefits this week, so they can actually get health benefits through us. So I think we gave them a really amazing and all-in-one kind of, it's really an ecosystem is what we're trying to build here now, so that as soon as they're thinking about working, even for their permanent careers, they can use us to launch and grow their careers. And I don't think other platforms do that to the same extent.
Cool. Give it up for Amir, guys.
All right, thank you, Amir. Nice, strong start. See, I told you we got 5 great presentations. And actually, up to introduce our next presenter is going to be a longtime supporter of the startup community, Angelo from MNP. Bring in Angelo. Bring in Angelo. Here he is.
Hey, everyone. Good to be here again. Thanks, Zach. Great job, Amir. Yeah, for folks who haven't been here before, but my name is Angelo. I lead our tech and innovation team here in the province. So maybe instead of me talking about what our team does, because we're here in Edmonton Limited, you also see our logo. We have I want to plug in a few sessions that we have coming up in the next month here. So on June 11th, we are having a session MNP session on cash flow management. On June 12th, we're having a session. June 18th, we're having a session on fundamentals of financial position. And on June 25th, we're having a session on financial planning and forecasting. So if you're interested in those topics, and yeah, I'm sure there are some opportunities on the website to kind of sign in. So take a look. But I'm not here to talk about all MNP session all day. I'm here to introduce our next entrepreneur here. So without further ado, I'd like to come up to stage, Nathaniel from ICT. Way to go, Nathaniel.
Thanks for coming tonight. I'm Nathaniel Garno, ICT Systems. We're the guys trying to make wear surfaces that last forever. Lots of new faces from last time. But yeah, our mission is simple: harder services for a better world. Because right now we have a big problem. Parts wear out really fast, and we have a lot of industrial downtime that amounts to 50 billion in annual losses. So every major industrial sector fights the same problem: abrasion, erosion, corrosion. We have the solution. So critical equipment fails really early, pumps degrade, tooling wears out. That results in huge downtime. So it's a silent killer of industrial performance. If those pumps aren't running, we're not making money. The solution: harder surfaces. An entirely new, step-changing technology. So right now, industry uses chromium carbide, tungsten carbide. That's super durable, but it's not as durable as diamond. So what we did is we created a diamond-based bond. So we use a copper alloy, and that alloy sits on top of the steel. It's welded, transfers heat, and diamond sits as the protective layer. So diamond being the hardest surface, nothing is getting in there. And we use very, very small diamonds, 20 nanometer, 50 nanometer, 70 nanometer, to the point where sand can't get between the diamonds and erode the glue, effectively, of the surface. So compare that to a diamond bit to core out your marble countertops. Those bits are glued on. With epoxy, the epoxy just falls apart under heat. So, commercialization strategy. The idea was start where the pain is highest. We're in northern Alberta, that's oil field. Now, that's a really big market. That's a really big entry moat. So one of the things that we discovered through due diligence and the TNT team was maybe we're aiming a little too big. So we're pivoting. We're aiming at mining, we're aiming at tooling and industrial, where we can make a product within months, we can prove it out within months, and we can prove lifetime value of these products. Now, what did Startup TNT accelerate for us? 6 industry meetings underway, actually 7 now. We got another one in the last hour. The pump impeller application. So HIH is an Edmonton-based company. We're working on a pump impeller application for them to replace their pumps. So those pumps fail within hours. The idea is the impellers won't fail if they're coated with our technology. So multiple mining wear applications are being scoped right now, from wear plates to everything. And yeah, we've identified some rapid deployment pathways, Edmonton-based companies, BC-based companies that are looking for this type of technology, and it can step up from their current applications. In the last month, we've secured a launch-ready facility, so we'll be moving in our laser equipment and beginning operations here shortly. Why are we raising capital? So this technology isn't something you can just walk into another laser welding shop and duplicate. It's something where we need to have our own first coating shop to prove out the technology, prove out the process, and accelerate the field applications. We have to do research. We have to prove it to industry. We have to prove that the product works long term, not just for a couple months, but for years. The other piece is, we're not just raising for the sake of raising. We want partners with applications that believe in the technology and that it'll be an easier way forward. Sorry guys, a little bit nervous. It's a big crowd.
You're doing well. You're doing really well.
There you go.
Let's hear it for it.
The idea is that one technology deployment will become many. It's a platform. Once you make one wear plate, we can move on to the next company, their specific design. Once we make one drill bit, we can make a better drill bit and iterate. So, you know, that's the piece. That's what we're looking for. We believe we're on a launch pad for something massive. This could be a rocket ship, and you know, please come by. I have samples, and I can take you through any of the revenue models and how we're going to make money for those investors. Thanks.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Don't go anywhere, because Brian Raridan, one of our investors, works in mineral processing, knows this industry extremely well, and he's here to ask a couple of questions.
Okay. Hi, Nat. As you know, I'm a fan. I guess the first one is really about applications. You're starting to see a lot more than sort of just the Alberta-based oil sands applications. Now that you've seen a bit of a spectrum, what is the ideal first kind of major industrial test on this, application-wise?
You know, I think pumps is a really good one. It's a small part. There's not a lot of complication to it. It's something where we can get it coated, get it made really quick. So quicker to market, quicker to everything. The mining stuff is really simple. It's a single dimensional surface. It's real easy to coat, and it doesn't have the regulatory burdens that oil field does. We don't have to do pressure safety testing, a whole bunch of other long-term research pieces. So there's huge value there too.
Excellent. So great. The second one is really a little more esoteric. So, I mean, obviously right now you're at a phase, you're trying to get those first proof of concepts through, but really, what does success look like for ICT, say, a couple years down the pipe?
I think, say 2 years as an example. Success is we're generating significant revenue. The first welding shop is fully at capacity and deep into the expansion plan. We're providing dividends for shareholders, and we're in multiple industries. We want to be well known for this. We want to be the guys that companies are coming to when they need the best possible product. If we have at least one product that lasts a generation or more than a decade, then I would say that's a massive success.
Great, thank you. And I hope the world knows just how much wear we're all dealing with in the world. We consume a massive amount of stuff just trying to make other stuff. So thanks for your efforts.
Thanks, Brian.
Well done, gentlemen. Now, Andy, this is my favorite part of the show. Do you have any special announcements to make?
I absolutely do. Remember that beer I talked about? Well, there's some people in the crowd that are paying for it. Big shout out to Jesse Weeb.
Woo!
Give him a round.
Jesse Weeb ran our last Agri-Food Summit. Go ahead. Who else donated? I'm curious.
Mr. Zach Storms.
Oh, I donated.
Mr. Tim Lynn. And the bad man himself, Mr. Andrew Friedman. So we need more people to pay for some more
who's going
beer.
to join
Come
this
on,
donation party?
What's going on? Remember, it's cheers at startuptnt.com.
Thank you, Andy. All right.
You're welcome.
Now for a short commercial break. Osler is the #1 law firm in Canada for M&A deals by both volume and deal value. They handled over $3 trillion worth of transactions in the first 9 months of 2025. These guys know term sheets. Alberta Enterprise Corporation. Since its creation in 2008, Alberta Enterprise Corporation has catalyzed over $1.1 billion in direct investment into Alberta technology companies. They just announced this quarter that they have brought yet another VC firm to Alberta, Mistral Ventures out of Ottawa. Now please join me in welcoming Adam Lafreniere from Navicord to say a few words.
Thanks, Zach. So I know lots of people in the room. For those that I don't, I'm Adam Lafreniere. I'm a senior advisor at Navicord, where we are an insurance and risk management advisory business. So we're the biggest brokerage you've never heard of. We recently went through a brand change, but we've been in Edmonton for 80 years under the Lloyd Sadd brand and still owned by Marshall Sadd, but now we're under the Navicord name. And so I'm here to put the name up and make sure people know who we are. Outside of that, I'm not going to bore everyone with insurance because that's terrible. But you all know you need it, and you can get it from a ton of different people. But if you want to get it from someone who will buy you a beer at TNT, come talk to me.
We get our insurance with Navicord.
Yes. And so I'm happy to be up here and to introduce Martin of RNA Revive.
Let's hear it for Martin. Clicker.
So which one this one?
The big one's forward.
Thank you, Zach. Hello, everyone. My name is Martin. I'm CEO and the founder of RNA Revive, and which is a great vibe here. I love this vibe with Startup TNT. So RNA Revive, I'm going to tell you a story. RNA Revive going to transform how we make medicine and how we deliver the medicine and we treat the diseases. So just imagine, now in the modern medicine, we have a problem is the manufacturing of medicine, making a very big bioreactor with non-human cell, which is hamster over cells, and after we need to purificate them and inject to the patients. So it's very complex, and also in the larger scale is not very scalable and expensive. So if you have also some diseases that is not a lot of the people that are involved, so no option for make new drug. But what we do in RNA Revive is different. Here, we want to tackle we know our body. Now we are here. Your cells, you can make insulin, and you make some medicine now. So we want to give actually the recipe to your cells, which is naturally and organically. They make medicine for you to make medicines. But not only just one medicine, which is we can inject in one injections 4 medications, which is have comprehensive treatments, and also is durable, which means you don't need just have several injection and dose. Just one injection can go for 9 months. And also is a plug and play, which means it's not only for one indication, for example, for AMD, it's a specific disease for eyes. It can go for denosumab, for osteoporosis, or whatever. So, and it's scalable. Just imagine, as I mentioned, this bioreactor is the big like this building, but just imagine we can make in the tubes, milligram drug can be used for 1,000 people. So, yeah, we have a great and amazing team, include me. So, and I came from the background family with the bio-entrepreneur, which always I love to see how we can affect with this RNA technology and bring to the society to solve this problem, and I can see that. And also I have a great Nina with big background in the business, which came from some small business exit that stage, and also the healthcare background. We have 2 ophthalmologists in our team, which is exactly the people that inject this medicine to the patient, and they know exactly what is the problem and what we need to improve that. And Shahir also is part of the clinical trials for new technology in this area. We have Nick and Zahir in commercialization strategy, which is help us to go for commercialization and go forward with this technology. So we, in our review, we start in AMD, or age macular degeneration, is the eyes diseases, which is one of the 10% they have, they're going to develop the AMD, is the big market, 12 billions, and going to be 24 billions by 2032. So here you can see a standard goal for this AMD. It's some injection protein form of this therapeutics. But what we can do, instead, every 4 or 6 months injections to the eyes, which is very painful and not very comfortable for the patients, and just only one drug, we can have multi-drug injection out to 9 months, just one injection. So we're also looking for commercialization. We're looking to have co-collaborate and co-develop with the big company, and also sub-licensing this technology when go to the clinical phase. And we have a great ecosystem that support us on traction here at University of Alberta and in Alberta, and also around the world, include the plug and play and nucleated team. So we looking for 500K to bring us to the filing the IND. And yeah, thank you very much, and I invite investor and everyone that to the RNA time technology. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin. Don't go anywhere, because you know who's here? Anna,
yeah, great.
who we recently celebrated at our most recent acquisition party, because she was part of a company that was sold and is now investing with us at Startup TNT. Take it away, Anna.
Thanks, Zach. So Marvin, great job. Thank you for that beautiful presentation. I have a couple questions for you.
Sure.
As you know, I'm a big fan of this, so I think the largest potential of this is that your technology is actually a platform. So it can be applied broadly to a number of different applications.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, why did you choose to start with macular degeneration and osteoporosis? Why those two? Why do you think those are the right launching platform for your tech?
Thank you, Anna, for your question. And always we have a great conversation about the science behind the RNA. So AMD, first of all, is in this stage, I want to de-risk the systems, because I know they have a lot of potential behind this platform, but I wanted to go for specific diseases that we don't need to go deal with another side of the technology, like delivery, because they directly inject. And we have also great traction from the big company like the Bayer, which is we had the meeting with them, Roche and Acetalos. And we have the 2 great ophthalmologists on our team, which is for sure it's very help us to go forward with this technology. And osteoporosis also is a different pathway that we can show that also our technology can work there, which is if we can show, we can open the new avenue for potential as this technology. So this is the why we do choice this two indication in this stage.
Thank you. My second question, as I think most of the audience has become an expert in the last few years, we've all heard about mRNA. Everybody who's vaccinated and those who haven't, they've also heard about it, unfortunately. So what's the advantage of your tech compared to mRNA? Why is it better?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Actually, mRNA, if you remember, we have to have several doses because this is the just short half-life they have. You have to inject several times. But in this technology, self-amplify RNA, which means we have a copy machines in our system. They can make 1,000 copies from mRNA in your cells. It's not forever there. Don't worry about that. They're going to be degraded. They have half-life, but they are enough there to give you 9 months treatment and therapeutical effects. So that is exactly different between us, which is give us this opportunity. Came out from the vaccine to the therapeutical and in vivo reprogramming, another application that you know is a great market and opportunity for this technology.
Thank you, Marvin. That was
Thank
awesome.
you, Anna, for your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Martin. Quite possibly the strongest entrepreneur ever on this stage.
Look at those muscles, holy.
You must be a wrestler in your spare time. He is a wrestler.
Love it.
Okay, so I heard we have some updates. Do you have some
Oh,
updates?
yeah.
But wait, before we get to the updates, I think the crowd needs to know that you're a little bit of a ringer. Like
Oh,
it's like
come on.
it's like you've done this before.
I've been working on my voice for a while.
What were you doing last weekend?
Last weekend was the Rainmaker Rodeo, and for Edmontonians that don't know about the wonderful St. Albert Rainmaker Rodeo, it is an amazing initiative by the Kinsman Foundation that's going on for 66 years. And I'm very fortunate to be the DJ in charge of the ones and twos in between all the bands. So if you've never experienced the Rainmaker Rodeo, come on out. It's the weekend after May Long. Every year, it's been going for 66 years. Come support an awesome community. All of the money they raise, every beer you drink, goes to charity, which is really cool.
Look at that. Put your calendars. It's in 51 weeks.
Yeah, and our beer's not going to charity, but clearly my DJ voice worked for more than one place than the Rainmaker Rodeo.
Who has joined the Legion of Beer Donors?
Oh boy, we're having a good night tonight. Big shout out to Terry Rock.
Terry Rock, let's hear it for him. That's a big name to be given a donation.
Hell yeah. You saw the man, the myth, the legend earlier, Mr. Mitch Eaton. Thank you.
Mitch Eaton asking questions and donating? Okay.
The wonderful and lovely Veronica Ryle.
All right, Veronica Ryle.
We have Mr.
She has many names.
I know, we got a big bar tab. We got to start drinking. We're partying tonight. TNT, baby. Eric Dillon.
Eric Dillon?
And check this one out. This is, they may be trying to buy our vote, but Fairly Staffing with a large donation. Shout out Fairly Staffing. And last but not least, Mr. Watt, Mr. Jason Watt.
Jason Watt was
Shout out.
another entrepreneur in town. Thank you, everyone that donated. We will take a 1-minute commercial break. Artemis is one of Canada's leading tech recruitment firms. In fact, our executive director, C.K. Dollawall, was recruited for Startup TNT by Artemis. Chat with them about how they could help you recruit your next hire. CBRE is the global leader in commercial real estate services and investments. Recently, they announced that both Foxburger and District Cafe will be coming to Rice Howard Place, an office space just down the road that will breathe new life into our downtown. Just as a note, this is only a 30-second break from here. Don't go anywhere. Turn that music off. I'm not sure what's going on. Accelerate Fund 4 is a $15 million seed stage fund that matches angel investment into Alberta technology companies, including at least 8 companies that have raised money at Startup TNT. And wait for it, they just announced that they are investing into one of tonight's finalists, Fairly Staffing. Let's hear that. A round of applause for all of our sponsors and Fairly Staffing. And now back to the action. Let's introduce Terry Rock from Alberta Innovates.
Thank you very much, Zach. How's it going, Edmonton? I am starting by admitting I am only a part-time Edmontonian. I am, unfortunately, still a full-time Calgary Flames fan. At least I don't really care, unlike you. Uh, that's the good news. I recently joined about 7 months ago Alberta Innovates as COO. I want to give a shout out to Mike Ryu and Io Ayalaye. Did I get that, Io? Yeah. From our entrepreneurial investments team are here tonight. You know, Alberta Innovates for many years has been the organization that is, on behalf of Albertans, finding the next generation of innovators, backing them and taking them from discovery all the way to market. And right now, we are really excited about changes that are at work at Alberta Innovates. So Io and team, I've locked them in a room at the Edmonton Research Park, and they are redesigning our entrepreneurial programs so that they provide one-stop shopping, a very smooth pathway for your journey as an entrepreneur, and really go where you are and support you where you need to be supported. That's happening right now. It was just announced that Alberta Innovates will be the home of a new intellectual property office, likely known as IP Alberta, which I'm sure Startup TNT will like, IPA. And the third thing we're doing, and this is also recently announced, we will actually be able, on behalf of Albertans again, to be a co-investor alongside lead private investors in Alberta companies. So this is important stuff. Your government sees the importance of this sector to the future of our province and our economy, and is giving us new tools to be able to support you. So you're going to have lots of opportunities to talk to us about how to get better and how we do. And so look forward to that and look forward to hearing from you. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce someone, which, you know, ultimately being here introducing this, supporting Startup TNT, the reason we do this is people like Daniel May from T-Rex.ai. Daniel.
Check. Thank you, sir. Wow, this is really full. Fuck yeah. Hi, I'm Daniel May. I'm the co-founder and CEO at T-Rex.ai. Over there is Peter. Another one of the co-founders. The third one is in Vancouver, so he won't show up. We build edge intelligence agents that the grid really needs. And no, it's not large language model agents like Codex. Let's talk about what the grid needs. Electric utilities make money by serving load, meaning supplying power, and they collect fees. And they make more money by serving more load, meaning they really want to connect new fees like your next EV or some other data center quickly. Sadly, most electric utilities are now running into this issue where they can't just do that. And probably even beyond that, they're running into this issue where even if they continue building infrastructure as quickly as they can, costs are exploding, wait times are exploding. And instead of being ahead, they're now behind. What really needs to happen is a lot of utilities have realized they need to not only think about how to build more, they really also need to think about how to squeeze more power through existing infrastructure. It's a big, big mindset shift. And what we've been doing is exactly this for the last 9 years. We've been figuring out and thinking deeply about how to do this. And our product is Alex. It's an AI agent that lives on the smart meter. It's the thing that measures your electricity. It's like a small round box. And it provides visibility and orchestration capabilities for the last mile of distribution flexibility, which means TLDR, it helps utilities do exactly that. We proved our technology can do that in 2024 in our first commercial pilot with ATCO Electric. We spent a year really in depth doing customer discovery and figuring out how to go to market, and at the beginning of 2025, I think, we found our stride. Since then, we've seen an explosion in demand. Now, we are working in a pilot with BC Hydro. We are specifically talking about a big pilot project with EPCOR, which is the utility that most of you probably get your electricity from. We're talking about a pilot with Hydro One, which is a big utility in Ontario, and we're also talking about a pilot with PG&E, and that's the biggest utility in California. It's a really, really big fish. Probably even more importantly, since we're living on the smart meter, we signed a partnership, a non-exclusive partnership, that's important, with the fourth largest smart meter vendor in the world, which is EDMI. We're going to do a couple of projects over the next year. They're fully funding all of those projects non-dilutively. They're giving us 500,000 US dollars for that and another 150,000 US dollars in compute. And we didn't give up any IP. We basically bullied a large incumbent into just accepting our terms. And we've been starting to do the same thing with 3 other meter vendors over the last 2 months. We're talking to Landis, we're talking to Aclara, Hubble has an office here, conveniently, and with Honeywell. Which means right now we're on track to being partnered with the same terms with 4 out of the 6 smart meter vendors that are supplying North America. This isn't really a, we just happen to be lucky type play. In 2017, Stephen, Peter, and I, we came to the conclusion that something like Alex will really be needed. But the industry consensus was that, I don't know, 30 years in the future, maybe if you're lucky. We fundamentally disagreed. And luckily, the AI ecosystem in Edmonton specifically is great. We were mentored by probably the best minds in AI. And we spent a lot of time in think tanks, figuring out how the electricity grid works. And then in 2021, when we had concrete first signs of life for Alex, we also noticed that the timeline had shrunk from 30 to 20 years. So we were like, this is probably a good idea. And we founded a company. We then had to figure out how to co-fund the rest of our research. Thank you, MyTech's Accelerate Entrepreneur. And in 2023, we graduated, and we got supported by the Alberta Innovation Catalyst Grant to take time, figure out our go-to-market. We then did our pilot, and now we're here. I think the long story short is that now that the industry consensus has caught up to our opinion, which is really you need this shit now, we are in this blessed position that we have been thinking very concretely and very in depth about exactly this problem and exactly the client space and exactly the solution space and its weaknesses for 9 years now. We're way ahead of the curve. The reason why we're raising is to stay ahead of the curve. So the raise is really not for survival, it's more for acceleration. What we want to do is, by middle of next year, we want to be deployable at scale on 2 smart meter vendors instead of just 1. 1 we could do bootstrapped, 2 we probably need to raise for. And once we're able to do that, we'll be able to just snowball away. That's what we're doing here. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Because I'm going to invite one of our new investors on stage.
I know this guy.
I'd like to point out that at TNT, we have a mixture of brand new investors and seasoned investors. We all work together. Wayne's investing with us for the first time, but he's leaned in more than most. Take it away, Lane. Wayne.
Yes, I've had to answer lots of questions already.
They
were really good questions, though.
Yes, over the last 8 weeks, thank you so much for answering the questions. 2 more today. This is more for the audience, but as your product is a very deeply technical product, for those in the audience that have less of a technical background, who don't know too much about technology, they might hear things like software and think code that might be easy to replace, or as you mentioned at the beginning, AI being ChatGPT. How would you describe the deep technical moat that you guys are building today for the less technical people?
So the way to think about this is that really what we're doing is we're taking all of the smart meter data that the utility already has. We're training a really, really big model from EPCORS data, ATCOS data, all the utilities that we're working with. And then this alone is already extremely complicated and only works because we learn from the best minds. And then the next thing, and that is extremely hard to do, and that's something we spent the last 5 years figuring out how to do, we squeeze that AI small enough that it can actually run on the meter. The real technical problem here is that your smart meter is like, it's not even like a phone, it's like a 20th, a 10th of your phone. Serving intelligence from that is extremely difficult. From a technical standpoint, what it really is, it's an AI that figures out when to charge your car and when to not charge your car. But doing that in like the small constraint package is extremely difficult. That's what we're doing.
Sure. And just a follow up from the email today about at your stage right now, you're focusing on doubling down on building the technical moat and making sure that that is as solid as possible. For those that might think that it would make sense to have business development and sales at this stage, why build the technical moat and focus on that at this stage in the company?
This is an extremely smart question to ask, right? Because with most companies, the more marketing you do, the more inbound you get, and then the more sales opportunities you have. our customers are electric utilities. We're dealing with huge behemoths that move really, really slowly, right? So currently, if we get 3-4 pilot projects, we are good for the next 2 years, right? And as you saw before, getting pilot projects is not our problem. The real challenge is taking a utility from pilot projects all the way to an actual scale deployment. And that is much more a technical execution challenge than a marketing challenge. The moment we've done that once, then we hire salespeople. It's a classic deep tech play.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time.
Well done, Daniel. Thank you, Wayne. And for our final commercial shout out, I would like to invite Andy Friedman to the stage. BDC is the entrepreneur's bank. BDC is also the most active venture capital firm in the entire country. They recently invested into TNT Summit winner Sketchdeck AI. They will be at the Deep Tech Showcase on June 9th, happening here at Edmonton Unlimited.
June 9th?
June 9th. RBCX is a unique branch within RBC dedicated to supporting high-growth tech companies. They provide early-stage banking services to pre-seed and seed-stage companies and support Series A+ companies to fulfill their financing needs.
Money.
Chase from RBC is here. He's not at RBCX anymore, but he's at RBC. Say hi, Chase. And finally, KRP is Edmonton's local independent full-service accounting firm. They can support you on all matters of personal and professional tax and accounting. They helped me with all of mine. In fact, this year they helped me get a tax refund. Thank you, KRP.
Winning. Okay, now for our other sponsors. These ones make it all happen for our entrepreneurs putting on all these shows. There's a couple people paying for our beer, and I'm doing pretty good. You guys are making sure I get invited back, so I appreciate that. We got to give it up quick for Mr. Sangeet Brar. Yeah, you got to cheer
Mrs.
for him.
Sangeet.
Mrs. Sorry.
Mrs. Sangeet.
Mrs.
It's a tough name. It's a tough name.
John Pinsent, thank you, sir.
John Pinsent, long time. He was in the very first TNT investment.
An OG, as we call it in my biz. And Mr. Randy Duguay, thank you, Randy.
In the current investment summit, thank you, Randy.
And I need one ask because my mother-in-law asked, and she's visiting from Calgary. I need a picture for her so she can see how many people I'm talking to. Will you throw your hands up and get stoked for me? Woo! Yeah, you can yell too.
Do it
selfie
style. Do it selfie style.
Crushed it. Thank you for making me look good for my mother-in-law.
And now I would like to invite Sangeet from Edmonton Unlimited to say a few words and introduce our final presenter.
Hi, not a mister. It's okay, I'll think about forgiving you. Okay, now you'll never forget. I was like, seriously, it's not that hard, is it? Hi, I'm Sangeet Brar. I'm the CEO of Edmonton Unlimited, which is right here. Thank you for coming to our home. We're so happy to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces in the audience. I'm not going to bore you a ton about what Edmonton Unlimited does. I think instead what I'm going to do is make an ask of all of you instead of telling you what we do. So one of the big things that I've noticed, I'm new to my role. I started at the start of January. Terry also started really recently as well. Trying to be like Terry one day. But the big thing is, like, you know, we've got tons of ambitious founders in this city. There's no shortage of ambition and ingenuity in the city. What we really need is capital. And that's so amazing that TNT started from Edmonton and is creating that pre-seed capital for our founders to get to the next step. The other thing that we also need is mentorship and support. So one of the programs that we have at Edmonton Unlimited, it's called Experts on Demand. If any of you would like to be an expert and would like to mentor and support founders in need, we would love to talk to you and get to know you and see how we can match you with founders that are interested in growing their business. So that's my big ask. And then what I'd like to do is introduce the last final. He's here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Welcome, Mike Lyons from High Finance.
Hi.
Last and final pitch.
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm CTO and co-founder of High Finance. And at High Finance, we are building trusted financial services for the next generation, a market that is traditionally underserved by existing financial institutions. So we started this journey over a year ago at the University of Alberta. When we realized that students need help with their money. So a crazy amount, billions of dollars of grant funding goes unclaimed by students every year. And what we do is we help them get that funding. We started out doing this really manually. So we helped students directly, they came into a conference room and we helped them get a grant. And we used that to prove that a business was here, a business existed, that people wanted this. And we took that conviction and we raised a small pre-seed round from the University of Calgary's USeed Fund and some other angels who really believed in our mission of building a trusted financial institution for the next generation. With that money, we've done 3 key things. We launched an app. We took all of our knowledge about how to get students grants. We built an app with it that really cements it. It takes the process of getting a grant from like 4 hours to 5 minutes, and something you can do on your phone instead of your laptop. We tested out a bunch of different business models, and we found one that works. The way our business works is we charge 15% of the grant that we help a student get, only if we end up getting them the grant. So this is money they wouldn't have otherwise, and we just charge them a small percentage of that. Once we had a product and a business model that worked, we decided it was time to start expanding. So in the winter, we expanded to Calgary, and we developed a playbook for how we're going to expand into every campus in Canada. Now that we have these 3 key things proven out, we believe it's time to start scaling our business. And that's why we're raising $1.5 million right now to expand to all of Canada in the next 2 years. That $1.5 million is going to get us into the 50 biggest post-secondary schools in Canada. We're going to have over 100,000 students signing up for our services every year. We're going to be doing north of $2 million in revenue. We believe that in 2 years, we can become the name brand for student finances in Canada. Why are we crazy enough to think we can do this in 2 years? It's because we already have a playbook that we know works. We applied it in Calgary. We're starting to apply it in Toronto. We have a technology-enabled playbook that helps us expand onto campuses without even being there. It starts with student ambassadors. So we have students on every campus who love our mission, are really bought into high finance, and they volunteer their time to be our arms and legs on the ground. They put up posters, they run booths, they pitch us in their classrooms, and we track all of this using our ambassador app. So we have an app that collects all of the data we need to understand how our marketing is performing on every campus, helps us move fast and make decisions to make sure that we are getting the best marketing we possibly can. And of course, we partner deeply with universities. So we partner both with faculty and with student clubs to build a moat on every single campus. Because of all of this, we have an order of magnitude lower customer acquisition cost than other financial institutions already. And we think we can get even better. Like I said, we've already validated this in Calgary. We're starting to deploy it in Toronto literally right now. My CEO isn't here today because he's in Toronto. Now we're just going to copy and paste it nationwide. So what does this mean? In 2 years, we'll be in 50 of the 50 biggest post-secondary schools in Canada. We'll be doing over $2 million in revenue, but most importantly, we'll be earning the trust of over 100,000 students every single year. We plan to take that trust and launch other products to flesh out their entire financial life. So we already have a budgeting tool for students built into our app, and we're investigating building cards and accounts, investments, student offerings, other things that students need. And of course, we're not just going to stop when they're a student. We want to build things for them throughout their entire life, adult life. We're talking to a bunch of other financial institutions to get this stuff built. We've already had conversations with all the logos up here. And they're really excited to work with us because we've figured out how to unlock the student market. And once you have the trust of a student, you can keep them for life as a customer. Once again, my name is Mike. I'm the CTO of High Finance, and we're building trusted financial services for the next generation.
Thank you, Mike. Strong finish. And here for the question period is the smartest financial guy I know, none other than Tim Lin, co-founder of Startup TNT.
Hey!
Hey!
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
You're super legit. I mean, you don't have all of your logos and shit, but like your Apple,
we took
your
them off because
Verkada,
it was too many logos.
it's too much. But like, you're from the Valley, so how did you meet Zach, and why are you here?
Right. Before coming here, I lived in San Francisco for 12 years and built a bunch of other startups. I actually have known Zach for more than that. I've known Zach for 13 years. We started playing Rocket League together a long time ago. I won't get into that. But he was at Scotiabank before this, where he launched a bunch of on-campus banks at Scotia. And he realized that students weren't getting help. And over the last couple of years, we've had, I can't even tell you how many phone calls at 5 a.m. talking about how students need help and how he's figured out how to help students. As a builder, I know how to make things. I don't always know how to find customers for those things.
So when Zach kept saying, like, I found this pain point that I need to figure out how to deploy technology in it, that gets me really excited because I just want to find customers that I can build great solutions for.
Awesome.
That's how we started.
And the original pitch was sort of like, we help students get grants, which is fine, but not super attractive. And now you're in the like, we spawn camp potentially rich people while they're getting smart, which like, shout out MNP, you understand the strategy.
The spawn camp strategy, yeah.
And so how is that informing how you're building high finance?
Right. You're exactly right. We started out as, okay, we can help students get grants. We pretty quickly realized the implications of that is they kept coming back and asking us more and more questions about their finances. Like, okay, should I buy a car? Okay, what am I gonna do when I graduate? And from there we realized that the value of a client is not the grant that we get them. We can run that business profitably, but the real value is the lifetime value of a client. So a financial institution considers a wealthy client to be, upwards of $10,000 in lifetime value. And we're able to get them before any other financial institution gets to them. As Tim said, we spawn camp them. So when they need the help, we help them. When they're in post-secondary schools, before they figure out how to make money, we help them. And then when they start making money, they come back to us.
Awesome. Great work, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's keep that round of applause going. That was 5 pitches. That was 5 pitches.
Feel the electricity in the air. Come on, it's incredible.
It is. So do you know what happens next?
Oh my God, it is the big decision. It is what it all culminates to, Zach. It's a lot of pressure.
Well, I hope it's not too much pressure. We have to do some deliberation. Investors have to make a decision. Should take 45-ish minutes. We did eat all the pizza though, but our friends at Always Occasions have more drinks.
Excellent.
And in fact, everyone's donated to the bar tab, including Brianna, photographer. Let's hear it for Brianne.
Woo! Making me look good and getting you drunk.
If somebody wants to figure out how to get more pizza here, that's welcome. And we're all going to go to Pub 1905 in about an hour or so. I'd also like to give a thank you to Mike and the team that did our AV. Let's hear it from Mike.
Woo! Mike, ironic name.
Mike. And then investors, we are going to go to the back and on the right. So go down this way to my left and then down on the right. Everyone else just chill. Don't go anywhere. Investments are happening in about 45 minutes.
Do we have a giant check?
We do not have a giant check.
Dang, I'll pretend.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere, have another beer.
Yeah, stick around. The night is young.
let you go.
They've only done it 12 times. They will never catch up. They can't catch up. I do want to share that we just got back from Toronto. I didn't tell the story yet. And we were at the Beta Kit Most Ambitious Party, where they celebrate the top 70 startups that are the most ambitious, most impressive from across the country. 2 of them are Edmonton companies. Both of them are TNT portfolio companies, Wyvern and 0 Point Cryogenics. A total of 8 companies were TNT portfolio companies from across the entire Western Canadian region. Let's hear for all them too. Like,
Yeah!
That's amazing.
Alberta, baby.
And I do want to share this one story. It probably sounds a little bit arrogant, but I'm going to tell it anyways, which is Tim and I were asked about 1 minute before we had to go on stage to give a presentation. The crowd loved us. They wouldn't stop talking to us afterwards. They were like, we need to do this in our city. So people love what we do here. Thanks so much. It's great to do it in the hometown crowd.
Come invest with us next time. It's awesome.
As you're clapping, let's cheer for these sponsors. We can't do it without them. Let's hear it for the companies that pitched tonight.
Are you ready, Zach? This has been killing me.
Let's hear it for Pub 1905, where the after party is.
Come drink with us. The bar tab is big. We need you to drink more.
Let's hear it for the volunteers that helped put this on.
Woo!
I think we're ready to reveal the winner.
Holy crap, I can barely handle it.
Yeah. All right, when we call your name, join us on stage. Andy's going to pop some champagne, and we can all start celebrating. The Summit 13 finale winner for spring 2026 is T-Rex AI. Congratulations, T-Rex. Woo! Gosh, we're going to get billed for that cleaning fee. Thank you, Andy. Guys, come on stage, come on stage. You're allowed to say a few words of congratulations. It's like the Oscars.
I really feel like I should put Peter on the spotlight because I've only showed up twice. I've showed up to pitch the top 20, technically top 19, and now. I only really showed up to the top 20 because Peter called me the night before and was like, shit, you have to pitch. So, speech time. This is what it feels like.
Well, I guess I should probably thank people. I should probably thank Zach.
You only have about 15 seconds.
Okay.
You only have 15 seconds to speech.
I would like to thank everyone in the room for showing up, because this is pretty awesome. We can't do it without you. All of the sponsors, all of the investors who have grilled us for many hours, made us do questions and answer sometimes the same question from different angles, which can be troublesome, but we navigate it. That's my speech, I guess. I look forward to using this and doing the thing.
Hey, to you, cheers. Congratulations.
Brianne, can we get a photo of the cheers? Okay. Oh, she's up there. Okay. Oh, she's here. I'm like, where's the photographer? What happened? Here she is. Okay.
Congrats, guys.
And we are the first people to commit to your round, right? Is that correct?
There you go.
Amazing. That's amazing. Well, actually, you're going to have to share that bottle because I got some exciting news. We have a long history of doing side deals at Startup TNT, and we're ready to commit to one side deal tonight. That is our friends at High Finance. Congratulations. Come on down. Yeah. Woo! Hugs. Congratulations. Would you like to give a speech?
Congrats to T-Rex. Wouldn't want to be up here with anyone else. Love you guys. And thanks, TNT. Thanks, Zach. Are we thanking Zach tonight?
It's not about me.
It's about you now.
I think all the side deals are done.
We ran out of champagne, so we ran out of money as well, I think. That's it.
All right. Those are the two deals we're announcing tonight. There's a side deal conversation for the investors next week. We're going to stick around tonight. We're going to go to Pub 1905 soon, in probably about 30 or 45 minutes. So stick around, enjoy the conversation. It's going to be a good night. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Andy, for hosting. You did a fantastic job. I wasn't kidding when I said I wanted a louder, smarter, better co-host to join us. So thank you so much, and thanks, everybody. Please stick around.